Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with CircWorks, and this is 100 Days of Making Comics, day 23. What is 100 Days of Comics? Is where I set aside at least 30 minutes a day in my busy schedule to work on my own personal comic book projects. It's sort of a thing. A lot of people are doing it. It was all started by Kevin Cross. And speaking of Kevin Cross, I got this in the mail today. Let's see. This is a t-shirt he designed as part of a Teespring campaign that he ran. Indie comics are way cooler because they are. So yeah, so that's super awesome. I ordered an extra large, it's kind of big, but these shirts usually shrink. So yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing a somewhere down the line, maybe trying to do a Teespring thing, but I think I need to kind of build up my following a little more. I don't know if I could generate enough to sell that many t-shirts, because you have to, I think you have to sell, is it like 50 of them in order for them to get printed? And I had some other people that, I had a guy, a friend of mine, who was taking some of my designs and he was trying to promote them through Teespring, and I don't think he had much success from that. So, but t-shirts are fun to do. I've done a few, and I've had, you know, some ups and downs with those. I had some. Had a few of my designs accepted by T-Fury, and they were, you know, these are like pop culture type designs, so they're, you know, they don't have a very long shelf life. You know, a lot of them are based on like popular memes at the time or whatever, and so I'd submit them, and then they would actually accept them, which is cool, and then they'd sit on them for like 4 months until they weren't really relevant anymore, and then say, oh, we're gonna cancel your campaign. So yeah, so I don't know, I just kind of got frustrated with the whole t-shirt design things. I wrote a whole blog post about it, maybe I'll link to that, but speaking of t-shirts, so yeah, so this is actually one that I designed. There's kind of an interesting story that happened to me today. So actually it began yesterday. I'm just minding my own business. I get this text from my former boss. I used to work at a game design company, doing like social games and mobile games and things like that. And you know, I had brought in my guacamole a few times, and everyone seems to really love it. So I haven't been working there for, you know, probably a couple, 2 or 3 years now. No, maybe not that long. About a couple years. And so he sends me a text, and he's like, "Would it be possible? Is this weird? Would it be possible if you can make some of your guacamole and drop it by the office?" And he goes, "And you know, I'll pay you for it." And it was like, he said he'd throw like $100 my way, and I'm like, wow, all right. I can't argue with that. So anyway, so then I went to the local like Mexican supermarket and bought all the ingredients and everything, and made that last night. And then so I drove down there and dropped it off, and it was cool seeing the people that I used to work with and everything. And they're just about to put out a new game, so they, as sort of their beta testing, I guess, week, they wanted to bring some guacamole in and everything. So that was interesting. So on the way back, this was early, so I wanted to stop in Circle K and get a coffee, and so I bring the coffee up to the counter, and the clerk there is he's like kind of like an older guy, kind of like a hippie or whatever, and like he's looking at me, he's laughing, and he says he's commenting on the Avatar shirt, and it was kind of weird because you know, you try not to judge books by their covers, but every once in a while you do. And he just didn't seem like a guy who'd be into Avatar. He's kind of like, "Hey man, is that Freedom Rock? We'll turn it up, man." Kind of that. But no, it was. And I guess I'm not one to talk because I'm in my 40s and I love like Avatar and everything. So, but anyway, so yeah, he really dug it, and I probably should have mentioned that I designed it, but I just kind of left it alone. But I don't know if that's something you should do. Like if you're wearing a t-shirt or something you designed, do you say, "Oh yeah, I designed this," or is it just like, is that kind of bragging? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I've done some t-shirts. I've got some designs. Maybe I've got a Redbubble store with some of my t-shirt designs up there. I'll probably throw that up in the link so you can check that out if you want. So yeah, that was just an interesting thing that happened to me today. Not really comics related. It's art related, I guess. Yeah. So What else? What else happened today? Well, I put in my 30 minutes. I put in actually a lot more than 30 minutes. I did get a little further along in my script, and I know I've been saying this all the time, but yeah, it takes time. Scripting's not really something that comes that easy to me. Not that drawing is that easy, but I guess I'm more comfortable with it. So yeah, put in some time on the script. It's coming along. Hopefully it'll be done soon, and I can get to, you know, starting to actually doing some drawing and things like that. Speaking of drawing, so yesterday I took it upon myself to share with you guys some of my old drawings from when I was a kid, and I wasn't really sure how that would go over, but it seemed like people responded pretty well to it. People, you know, and I guess I can kind of see why, because I would dig that if there was an artist that I was interested in or whatever, and they were just showing old stuff that they created. And so, you know, it was a little embarrassing, but everyone's, you know, like I said before, it's a progression. You don't start being this perfect artist, not that I am now, but you know, but you do learn and you do grow and all that. So one of the things I was thinking of, because I'm trying to, you know, I want to start doing more content for this YouTube channel. One of the things that I was thinking about doing was I want to do some like live sketches or like a live stream. Probably do it on like Google Hangouts. I've tried Ustream and I wasn't crazy about that platform. It had some good features, but you couldn't really do, like, if you wanted to draw on the computer at the time, you couldn't really do like a screen share unless you downloaded this third-party software. And so the third-party software had all their branding on it, the name of that software plastered all over it. Plus Ustream's got all their stuff, and you can't really, you know. When I do, like with the YouTube channel in the beginning, I'd like to throw up my own branding and everything, so people recognize it as my you know, as my channel. And you can't really do that on Ustream. But you can do it on Google Hangouts, and all they have is just like a little thing that says Google Hangouts, real tiny. It's not intrusive or anything. So at the time they didn't really have a chat feature, but now they've got like a Q&A, which I think I can utilize that as a chat. So that's something I want to do. But one of the things I was thinking of, what might be fun is if anyone's interested, please let me know. But especially you guys that have been drawing for a while, and if you're younger, that's fine too. I was thinking some of these guys that if they do have still stuff from when they were kids, like you know, crazy, you know, superhero characters or whatever that they drew as a kid, it might be cool to take something that you drew way back when and kind of reimagine it and do it and just redesign it, and you know, with the skills and the knowledge that you have today. So that's something I was thinking about. Might be fun to do. It might be fun to do it as a hangout, get a few artists together and try that out as a Google Hangout. So if that sounds interesting to you, let me know. Maybe we can try to get something like that together. I don't want to, you know, I'm not trying to take focus away from my comic book, because that is my main focus, other than, you know, paying the bills and everything. But it would, you know, I do want to do some other stuff. I just want this YouTube channel to be more than just my 100 days, and eventually the 100 days will run out, and I want to have some other stuff going on as well. So when I find time here and there, I'd like to do some other stuff like that. So if that's interesting to you, please let me know. And yeah, just thanks for following me. Feel free to like the comments, leave a comment, or like the videos, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for following me along in this journey. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And so I'll see you guys tomorrow. That is all.